Going to business, obviously you've had great experience in Manchester.
Yeah, and I was the editor of Inside a Business magazine for 12 years,
Yeah.
where I used to meet businesses all the time. Very involved in it. We owned the business. We did great things with that.
And one of obviously the biggest criticism, again, along with the economy, is that Labour is not a party for business, or doesn't help business in this country. So to what extent do you think that that's actually true?
Well, if you're talking about the top businesses in this country, those that run supply chains where they pay on 120 days and 90 days to small businesses that do all the work for them,
Yeah.
or they take that money and they stick it in treasury products earning great interest that smaller businesses can't,
Yeah.
with their money,
Yeah.
then we're against that, and Labour will do something on the side of smaller businesses. But it was Chuka Umunna, the Shadow Business Secretary, he's going to be the Business Secretary, who introduced Small Business Saturday into this country,
Yeah.
to support the kind of initiatives
That's been
that
great.
entrepreneurs like you have done in
Yeah.
Stockport to encourage small business. It's Labour's policy that's going to invigorate our town centres. It's Labour's policy that's going to give local people the control to animate those spaces, and to not have bookie shops and payday lenders populating all the high streets.
Yeah.
And I think Labour's very much on the side of small business. And I think it's right to stand up to big business. It's right to stand up to the banks that have continually ripped off small businesses over the last 5 years and got away with it.
I think that on the point about small businesses and medium-sized businesses, cutting and freezing business rates has been a huge thing, because you're not taxed on what you earn, you're taxed on the property that you have, and there's no guarantee if you have a sizable property in a town centre anymore that you'll get any business, unfortunately, because of the way things have gone. So the fact that the Labour are proposing to cut and freeze, I think is...
And reform
it. I mean, it needs overhaul the business rates.
Do you know what, Joe? All the business people that I met over the time that I've been in contact with businesses across the north of England, the one thing that they want is stability.
Yeah.
The one thing that they want is that they're not really that bothered. They're usually political with a small p. A lot of them might end up voting Conservative, but actually they liked the fact that we had a stable economy under a Labour government, and they're able to get on and do what they wanted to do. And the businesses that I'm involved in now, they succeed by invigorating their workforce. You don't build a business that's productive and a good place to work, that succeeds in its marketplace against tough competition, if you're employing people on 0 hours contracts.
0 hours contracts. That's a big. Obviously, that's been almost a major part of.
I'm sure you've got friends who that's the way of their life. That you get a text at 6 in the morning.
Ridiculous, yeah. If you're in employment as a person that's on a 0 hours contract, but that's what you do. That's your job. You've not got any other jobs. That's what you do. I think it is disgraceful. And I think it's good that Ed's obviously taken that as a real strong point and hammer it home. There are so many, not only young people as well. That's the irony. This is not just young people, which is what David Cameron will have you, that it's just students doing part-time work. This is people, supermarkets up and down the country, different firms, and it's in a way it's a form of exploitation of workers' rights.
And just for the record, it's absolutely wrong that any MPs employ people on 0 hours contracts as well.
Right.
It's just not acceptable.